too late to change your life. The story's not over, the ending is mine.
Hey everyone, Neil here, and in this coaching video today we're going to talk about how you can have a more relaxed approach to your nutrition, to your fat loss at the weekends. It's one of the most common problems that people encounter when it comes to losing body fat. Is we start off the week on a Monday super motivated, and we absolutely nail it all week until Friday. And then we eat something that we shouldn't do, and then Saturday we do it again, and then Sunday, we've messed up, we may as well start again on Monday. And sometimes we're so motivated during the week and then so self-destructive at the weekend, we tend to kind of not really get anywhere, or in fact actually undo all the hard work that we've done Monday to Thursday, Monday to Friday. So this method, called the zigzag approach, is a way of counteracting that. So if you know that you're a person who tends to be very disciplined during the week, but then the weekend when our habits change, we tend to slip up a little bit, this approach could really be a game changer for you. So we're going to run through some strategies, some methods, and I'm going to take you step by step through how to incorporate this method and hopefully help you improve your results. So first of all, the zigzag method. There are a number of benefits. So I'm going to talk you through the benefits now. So also, as well, is keen to point out that this approach is more advanced, and you do need to be tracking your macronutrients, your proteins, your carbs and fats, and your calories using MyFitnessPal. Otherwise, this method just simply won't work for you because it's just too much guesswork. So that said, let's get into the benefits. So by changing up your calorific target, zigzagging up and down, it's going to keep your body guessing to reduce homeostasis. So basically what happens is, if we're in a calorific deficit for too long, our body will recognize this and then slowly downshift metabolism. By zigzagging, this is keeping your body guessing, therefore prolonging the time that you can spend in a calorific deficit, and therefore increasing your results. So the second benefit, it gives you flexibility with eating habits. So this allows you to be super disciplined on maybe days that you're busy. It allows you to maybe fix a day if you mess it up. Say you go over slightly by 100, 200 calories, you can fix it the next day. And it gives you a little bit of leeway, basically. This approach is also very easy to stick to long term, because it's factoring in cheat days and higher calorific days as well as lower calorific days. So it's something that you can keep going more longer term than, say, if you was having a very strict, very clean eating approach and being very diligent with your calories day in, day out. This gives you a bit more longevity. So, next benefit is this is the game changer, really. This is the key benefit. It's having a more relaxed approach to your weekends. In coaching, every month, what we encounter is people tend to be disciplined during the week and tend to go off the rails a little bit at the weekend when they're out and they're socializing. So this approach allows you to factor that into a strategy, which then keeps you going. And the last one that I've put down, there are many other benefits, but I just wanted to give you a few key ones to kind of sell you on the idea so that you give this approach a try. It will stimulate your fat-burning hormones and leptin levels. So, a bit of background on that. Leptin is your fat-burning hormone. Whenever you're in a calorific deficit, and the more severe you drop your calories, the more it affects your leptin production. If your leptin production drops too much, your body simply doesn't burn fat. That's why cheat days are so often recommended from personal trainers and fitness trainers. It boosts up your leptin levels by having an influx of calories. Your body then releases hormones which allow you to burn more body fat when you get back on it the week after. So they're the key benefits to this approach. Hope you're still with me. So I'm going to explain a little bit more about the strategy. So you work out your maintenance or a slight deficit calorie target. Now, if you've had your stats done recently, that's the number in the bottom hand corner of your scan. Another way of doing it is you can take your body weight in pounds and multiply that by between 10 and 13, depending on how active you are, but definitely not below 10. So once you have your target, your calorific target, say we're going to use an example in the next sheets, and I've basically worked it out for me. So my calorific target is to consume 2,200 calories a day, 35 to 40% protein, and then carbs and fats as well. And if I'm aiming to hit that target 7 days out of the week to lose body fat, it doesn't give me any other flexibility at the weekends. And if I slip up, I've messed up. So what we do is on a couple of days of the week, 2 or 3 days of the week, we drop them right down. So we would do our maintenance a few days. So say for instance we do Monday, so the day after a cheat day perhaps, I would drop it by 400 calories to 1,800. I would then up it back to 2, down to 1,800, and so on. So that's the zigzag approach in its basic form. So, but before you kind of start this, you need to run your numbers. So here you go. So we're working out over a 7-day period. So the daily calorie target for me is 2,200 calories multiplied by 7 in totals 15,400. Which then means that if I drop on 3 days by 400 calories to 1,800 calories, I then have 3 deficit days or low days, which then total 1,200 calories, which then I can add my rolled calories to the weekend however I wish. Okay, so you're saving up calories for the weekend. Key point, never ever drop below your maintenance or your slight deficit below 10 times body weight in pounds. So for example, if you weigh 160 pounds, your maintenance deficit is 1,600 calories. And another point is never take off more than 400 calories off on your low days. Now, the reason we do this is because we want to avoid any kind of metabolic damage. So going severely very low calorie will reduce leptin levels and get your body into more of a kind of fat storage mode as opposed to fat burning mode. So we should never have too many extreme days in a week. It's okay every now and again if you're using fast days, but when we're using something like the zigzag strategy, which is multiple days at a slightly lower calorific level, it's very important that you don't downshift your metabolism. The aim is actually to upshift your metabolism. So never drop below 400 calories off your maintenance target. All right. So here is the approach. Nice, beautiful graph I have done for you. So Monday, I would consume 1,800 calories. 40% of that would be protein. Very, very important. There's some key points I'm going to cover after this, but this is how the week would progress. On the Tuesday, 2,200. Wednesday, 1,800. Thursday would be back to maintenance. Friday would be another low day. And then Saturday and Sunday, as you can see, I've factored in 2,400 calories on a Saturday, so I can have a little bit of flexibility on Saturday. Maybe we have lunch out or an evening meal or some friends around, or it could be a glass of wine, a bottle of beer. And then Sunday would be your cheat meal day. Now, using this approach, this has got me an extra 200 calories to play with on a Saturday, and also another 1,000 calories on a Sunday. So that could be an ice cream or a meal out, or half a bottle of wine, or just a few drinks. So nothing too crazy, but then you can see that the total calories actually still add up to 15,400 for the week. So if I had been really, really good Monday to Sunday and had 2,200 every single day and just ate clean and just stuck to my nutrition and stuff, it would be the same as having a little bit of fun on Saturday and then a cheat meal on a Sunday. And I have all the extra benefits. So that's the zigzag approach. Okay, so key points, very important. Always hit your calorie target. Try never to go below or above. Okay, it's very easy to mess this strategy up in a couple of days. If you're thinking, I'll have a really big low day, and then the next day you have more. The more extreme you make this method, the harder it is to create habits. So if you're going very, very low and then moderately higher than your maintenance, you're going to be very, very hungry on your low days and stimulate appetite on your high days. So the more extreme this approach is, the harder it is to stick to. That's another key point. Always hit your protein target, very important. If you're dropping calories, you should be dropping them from carbohydrates and from fats or liquid calories. Never ever drop your calories from protein, because protein is very important for your muscles and your lean mass and your metabolism. So never ever drop below 35 to 40% protein on your low days, on your maintenance days, and even on your weekend days. Never drop below that. Always drink 2 to 3 liters of water. I would suggest going a little bit higher on your low days, because water is an appetite suppressant. So the more hydrated you are, the more you're going to be able to offset your hunger. And that can be, I'll give you some tips at the end as well on how to do that. So here's an example. So Monday is low, Tuesday is slight deficit, Wednesday low, Thursday deficit, Friday low, Saturday over maintenance, then Sunday your cheat. So there your key points. So here's a few tips on making this strategy work for you. On your low days, try to push most of your calories back later in the day. So you can use an intermittent fasting approach and push your first meal maybe to lunchtime. It allows you then to have more volume foods later in the day when you tend to want them. Stick to higher protein and lower calorie meals, so lots of veggies, lots of asparagus, lots of mushrooms, lots of broccoli, bulk foods that aren't going to add too many calories to your meals. Always track on MyFitnessPal and drink lots of water on your low days. On your higher days, try to maybe stick to a similar routine, but maybe just add in a little bit more carbohydrates for energy. So really, that's all I've got for this approach. It is a game changer, and I think it will help a lot of you out and allow you that flexibility in the weekend to then achieve your goals more long term. So I hope that's helped. Let me know what you think of this video, and stay tuned for further videos. Bye for now.